morning guys, welcome to another week. And I'm on my own because Sam has had to go and take Otis, our rescued now adopted ginger kitten, to the vets because sadly he's got a bit of an abscess on his head. And yeah, he's been a bit sickly on and off, so we're also getting a test for feline AIDS. So fingers crossed that comes back negative, because the vet said to us that if it comes back positive he might need to be kept in as a house cat, and that is going to be really hard. So yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed. And I am awaiting the farrier because Tilly is limping a little bit on her front right foot, hoof should I say. So yeah, we've got some anti-inflammatories from the vet just to keep her going over the weekend. We picked those up on Friday and he's coming now Monday morning. So fingers crossed it's nothing serious. And I'm going to get to check over Toby's feet as well while we're here. Get both of them done, I might as well. So yeah, I've got their halters on ready. Yeah, I don't like it. It's stressful. I don't like doing it. But it went smoothly. Ewan helped me and yeah, we got it done brilliantly. So fingers crossed that all goes well. But yeah, it's always the way, isn't it? All the animals seem to have something wrong at the same time. I say all the animals, just two, but still. It's very frustrating. Here they are, the terrible two. Not happy at all that they've got to wear their head collars and that they're trapped in the stall. But I know from experience, if I do not do this, I will be chasing these two around the field, because that's happened before. So yeah, me and Ewan got the head collars on this morning. So they have been stuck in here waiting for the past half an hour. But he should be here any minute, so not too much longer now, guys. They've had plenty of treats. Don't let the sad faces fool you. Yes, we're not fooled. We are. We're not fooled. You are absolutely fine.
Yay! She's the girl.
Yeah, so she's the one that's had the limp on the front right.
Right, that's right.
I think it's front right, yeah.
Which one is it that we went to the deep last time? Was it with her?
No, that was Toby.
That was Toby?
Yeah.
Alright.
She was fine actually. I think she wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I know it's all cold.
Oh, that wind is cutting, isn't it? It's just not nice.
Yeah, this one here, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's putting weight on it, which is good.
Yeah.
And she's on anti-inflammatories.
Yeah, she is, yeah. Do you want me to hold her or?
She should settle down.
Yeah. Good girl, Tail. That's it. Good girl.
So, this is where the CD2 was, and there's a few stones.
Okay.
It looks dry, but if you look here, there's your gunk.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, CD2 is not a, as I said, it's pretty common in the West. Horses can get it as well, but they tend to wear their hooves faster than donkeys.
Yeah. So CD2 is a bacterial infection?
It's a fungus infection.
Fungal infection, yeah.
Between fungal and bacterial, some say it's a work of the two.
Right.
But you can think of it as foot rot in sheep. Or in humans, you could probably think of it as athlete's foot.
Right.
It's annoying. That's about it. Now, this abscess was probably caused because of the stones that were able to
get in there.
To get in there, yes.
Yeah.
Which the CD toe has more or less left the door open for them.
Yeah.
You know, like this here.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of spots then here that could potentially flare up if she gets a stone in it.
And it's not like it's something that you could find in the fields, really. You could. I've treated donkeys where you had to cut a lot of it off, and the people were good enough to keep the animals in until everything was grown out and they had a good looking hoof, and then they put them back out and they're back to square one.
Yeah.
Well, good morning. Another fresh week coming, so it's going to be a big push. It's the bird box has been thinking a lot about the next step and moving forward. The house is great, having the windows and doors in, honestly, it transforms the place, not just aesthetically, but the wind isn't blasting through anymore, but it is coming through this door. We have an easterly wind at the minute, which is freezing. That's why I've got multiple layers on today. So I was going to carry on with the verges because I need to get them out of the way and get the studs up completely so that we can get the electrician in. We just need to stop that wind coming in because like Becky's absolutely freezing trying to do the fireplace. I'm freezing. It's all right when you're working, but yeah, sometimes the lad comes in here as well and plays about and stuff like that, but we just need to get it blocked up, get wood in hole, so they say. So I'd like to thank today's sponsor, which is Incogni. The problem which a lot of us face today is that your data, your phone number, where you live, all your private information and everything basically out there in the world at the minute by scammers and scam companies that basically buy your data and then they will sell it to the highest bidder. I used to get a lot of spam email and even in my inbox as well, and it got so bad with one of my email addresses that I had to actually restart my email and get rid of it, close it down, and it's an inconvenience, that it's a big joke. So yeah, it's very important that we protect our personal data, and that's why companies like Incogni work on your behalf to actually contact these companies and have your personal information taken off, you know, their lists and things like that, so you won't get the spam emails, you won't get the cold calls, and you won't get the crazy mail that comes through and sell you this, buy this, get that, and it's not good. Just recently, BT Group, formerly British Telecom in the UK, they did confirm that they had a business conferencing breach of the ransomware. So basically, this stuff happens all the time, and that leaves a lot of people exposed, you know, to data hacks. So an easy way to get around all of these problems with your private information getting taken is to go onto Incogni's site, which will be in the link and description, and they will work on your behalf. Basically, you give them permission, and they'll go into everything, and they will constantly do removals as well. It's not just like one time where they do it and take it off, because these companies can take your stuff repeatedly, so they work, you know, in the background behind, and they will just keep taking your stuff down. But there's hundreds of companies that they'll work on that you don't even know about, which is the frightening thing. If you do follow the link below, you'll get 60% off using the code The Irish Homestead on your annual subscription to Incogni. Thanks to Incogni for sponsoring today's video. Well, a bit of jiggery pokery, but there's the frame basically. It does have to be cut down in height, obviously, to suit. I'll show you the door. This is the door here, so you can't make any mistakes. The fella's left me the horns on the end there, the jams, so I can get my rail saw on that and get that perfection. Obviously get my gap correct in the middle. There is a drip for there as well, and the bottom there's a drip. So yeah, it's bending my mind, if I'm honest. Obviously this is the profile of threshold on the bottom, so I'm going to get my trimming router and I'm just going to trim that into the bottom of the frame, so that obviously we have this in the rebate, nice rubber there, and then a nice rubber as well to fold out, water down and off. But there is a drip here as well on the bottom of the door, so it's a decent threshold system. It's just going to be I've just got to cut it correct to suit the doors, because stable doors, if any joiner knows, they can be tricky. It's got to take your time, get them correct, because there ain't no going back. So I've got these big joggles on the bottom here. You can see the rebates where the original door was, but that's basically what I'm going to have to. I'm going to get the bigger cutter now and cut that. I sort of left myself an inch and an inch there, so just got to get to it now, chip this out, cut it out, do whatever you have to do, and then we can look at the threshold detail. That disc there is amazing for getting this nice and flat. So we'll just fill that full of gunk underneath the threshold. If we can get the frame in, there's half the battle, and then we're over to the doors. So the last time I did a hardwood frame, great frame, but the threshold, I was just going to cut it and put it in, but I've decided to try and get it inside the frame, so back to the old school. It's just taking me a little bit of time, but I think it'll be right. That way I can screw it to the bottom of the frame and put the whole thing in as one. So as you can see, like a little chipping detail, just gently. I've done that side. It's in, so when the frame's in, I can just slide the whole threshold. I can't even say it. I can slide the whole threshold in from the back, because with it being a stable door, I want it to be absolutely spot on. took a lot of tweaking and a lot of measuring, because once I cut the door, that's it. There's no going back with a stable door. It has to be right or not. And I think a little bit of my maybe perfectionism or whatever you want to call it is kicking in. So I've got it now. I'm going to cut it at what I've measured and we'll take it from there. But I think it'll be all right. It will be all right. It will be all right. Have faith. I need to have faith in oneself. Let's just cut it.
So we know now Tilly has an abscess in her foot, and that was caused by a stone getting in to her seedy toe, also known as white line disease, and that has caused an issue. And then because it was a bit soft and not great, stones got in there and caused an abscess. So she needs antibiotics, as well as having the feet done by the farrier and having that all cleaned out. We need antibiotics in the system because obviously there's a very slight risk of blood poisoning, sepsis effectively. So yes, it falls on me to be giving the injection. Now, I have to admit, I was pretty shocked. I think I was just expecting some tablets or granules, which is what I usually give the donkey. So when I was given this, I was like, really? I've got to do this for 3 days minimum, maybe 5 depending. Quite a lot of fluid, that, to be fair, going into poor Tilly. So I'm going to mix it up a bit where it's always going to go into her neck. That's the area where it's besting, and then I can change sides as well, so it's not always going into the same spot. Anywhere kind of fleshy is good because it's an intramuscular injection. Now thankfully I'm used to giving injections. Obviously you might have heard us mention I used to be a dental hygienist. That being said, I can't say they've ever injected a donkey before, but if you're going to own animals like this, you have to be prepared to do things like this time to time. So it's not going to be pleasant for anybody. Poor Tilly. To be fair, she probably won't feel much of it. I've just got to get it on with it and get it done. Good girl. Good girl. Come on, then. Come on, girl. Good girl. See? Good girl. I know. I know. I know. Good girl. Okay, so I'm going to go straight in, slightly at an angle, and I'm going to have to pull back slightly just to check that we're not nicking a vein or an artery or anything. And yeah, she'll jump a little bit, but yeah, she'll be good. Won't you? You'll be good. You'll be a good girl. Yeah. Yes, you will. Yeah. I'll put it in slowly. That way. It's not too painful. I know. She's upset because, well, Toby's upset because I didn't leave him. I didn't bring him in until he didn't like it because he wasn't in here. So I'll take a halter off now and let them have a little bit of lunch and let Toby come back and check on her. I just realised I hadn't filled you in on Otis. So thankfully, nothing major. Just had an abscess, so he's had some various antibiotics and things, and luckily his test came back for FIV. So yeah, that's good news. But then sadly, since then, Onyx, bless him, he's got some kind of skin dermatitis issue. In fact, he's waiting at the door to come in. He's crying. I'm coming in. Now, I'm going to warn you, this doesn't look very nice, but he's just got back from the vets. And yeah, it's not nice. If you're eating, don't watch. I don't know if you can see. I won't spend too long on that, but you get the gist. I was worried it was ringworm, to be honest, but thankfully it's not, the vet said. It's just a dermatitis skin issue. So he's had an injection for antibiotics that should last 2 weeks, and the vet said I'm pretty sure that'll sort it all out. But yeah, we've got some not great looking cats right now. But yeah, poor Oti, he was the one that was kind of off his food a little bit, and we were worried for him, but he seems to be doing loads better, as you will see at the end of the video.
there it is. We are officially wind and water time. I've still got a bit more ironmongery to go on, but little chute bolt there, I've put it somewhere. There's a little connection bolt to go on here. But I am getting some Phillips heads or posi head screws because flathead screws drive me insane. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I will order some if I have to. But that is it. It's lovely. It's all, the seals sit well. So finally I can get on with the verges because it's just like taking forever. Even the electricians rang me twice. How are you fixed, mate? You know, I can see he's ready. He's ready to come in and do the first fix, but I've just got to get on with them verges. Becky's happy bunny over there doing a pointing. Do you want to show them outside? Come and have a look. There it is, the stable door. There is a latch, there's a night latch to go on here yet as well, but it was that windy yesterday, it was like turning me into an ice cream. So I just thought, just get it shut. But I love it, I think it's great. And the step details all come out nice when that's all got the stone on, it's going to look great. Yeah, I think we're undecisive whether we're going to stay in it or maybe paint it the same colour of the doors, the same as the windows, but it's lovely.